Welcome, everybody, to another edition of BaloneyBrain.com. It's Weird Wednesday, my friends, and it's getting weirder by the minute. I am Usoy, or John House. Joining me, of course, is my co-host, Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm doing great. I played tennis. I got 3 sets in already this morning. I'm feeling good. I'm bad. That's what my partner says. You're bad.
Well, it's 6 below zero here, so I'm cold.
Ooh, man. It was kind of brutal down here also. It was 55 degrees out of the tennis courts.
Oh, stop. All right, well, what do you got for us today?
Well, you know what? I have some fairly interesting stories. I think I love this one. This is like that stupid criminal story. I love these idiots out there. The owner of a Chicago Division Street bar got an unpleasant but slightly comical surprise when an apparent burglar managed to remove the lock on the bar's front door, but couldn't get in because he was pulling the unlocked door instead of pushing it. What a maroon. Surveillance vid from the bar shows a man twisting and prying the lock of the Shambles. That's the name of the bar, the Shambles. And he dislodged a safety guard doorstop after 7 minutes of working on this. So, nonetheless, he failed to get in after he aggressively pulled the door repeatedly, and there was a sticker on the outside of the door that distinctly reads, "Push."
Wow, that is brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, I've got a stupid criminal story, too. In Nashville, Tennessee, a brilliant criminal was going to rob a GameStop store. So he called ahead and reserved all the things that he wanted to steal, which included an Xbox One valued at $500. What he was most concerned about was a Call of Duty game. He wanted to make sure they had it in stock before he walked in and robbed them.
Would they give him a credit card or something? How'd they get him?
Well, they haven't got him yet, but they've got a phone number and obviously they've got his car on surveillance. So I don't think they're going to have too much trouble.
You said it's Nashville?
It is.
Well, also from Nashville, maybe Nashville is the new Florida. A woman, my dog is aggravated over something here. A woman who prosecutors say faked her own death to avoid answering for a theft charge was escorted from a Nashville courthouse this week after apparently cutting herself with a pen. Shortly after Tuesday's start of a general sessions court hearing to resurrect a felony charge from 2011, court officials noticed that Sarah Moretti started behaving unusually, realized she was attempting to harm herself.
Ooh.
A law enforcement... what's that?
I said, ooh.
A law enforcement officer in the courtroom restrained the 37-year-old whose arms were bleeding from apparently self-inflicted wounds caused by a pen. Now, the story doesn't say whether it's like a straight pen or a safety pen or like a ballpoint pen. I would think, poking yourself to where you bleed with a ballpoint pen would be horrible. Anyway, the woman was eventually escorted from the courthouse by emergency medical personnel. In July 2011, a charge for stealing nearly $2,500 in merchandise from a Macy's department store was dropped after court officials received a certificate that Moretti had died in Kentucky from a drug overdose. But the certificate put off authorities for only so long because in March 2012, police picked up Moretti again after they said she was caught shoplifting at a Dillard's department store. She then was arrested again last month after police say she returned to the Macy's store, resulting in a criminal trespassing charge. In the aftermath of the courtroom incident Tuesday, the motion to resurrect hearing has been just slightly postponed.
Well, she can't be held accountable because, after all, she's dead.
Well, remember the guy we had a couple of months back that was he was trying to get a death certificate. His wife, he had left his wife years ago, and so that his wife, the kids could get some money from the government or something. She had him declared legally dead. And he comes back like 20 years later, and says, "Hey, I'm alive," and the judge said, "No, you're not."